Okay, so today we're diving into that big question you always have when shopping online. Is this thing a scam or is it actually legit?
Exactly. And we're focusing on one product, the Dreamweaver Pro Sleep Max.
Right, and specifically, this one YouTube source we found, it called itself a trusted spot for honest website and product review. Big promises.
Yeah, they really set the bar high, claimed they'd give an unbiased review so you know exactly what's worth your time or money. Basically, the final word.
The final word, exactly. And they didn't just glance at it, they talked about this like super detailed research method.
Oh, yeah. They claimed they looked into, what was it, 40 different elements?
40 things to figure out if it was legitimate. Sounds pretty exhaustive, doesn't it?
You'd think so. I mean, they mentioned checking things like where the website is actually hosted.
Okay, the technical back-end stuff.
Right, and the technology the site uses, its location, even how popular it seemed to be, objective data points.
And, at first, it seemed like all that digging turned up some positive signs.
It did. They specifically said the product's trust score was good,
Okay, good trust score. That's something.
and that the website servers were running smoothly. No technical glitches, apparently.
So good score, smooth servers. You'd
Yeah.
think that points towards legit,
Oh,
right?
yeah. And they even kind of said that they stated these factors indicated the site might be legit.
Might be. See, that's where it gets weird.
This is the crucial bit. All that data, all those checks.
40 checks.
40 checks. And yet, the final conclusion, it just fizzled out.
Completely. After all that buildup, the grand verdict was, and I'm quoting here, the website appear to be a scam or legit website.
Wait, say that again. Appear.
Yeah, maybe a typo in their script, but the message was clear. It could be either scam or legit.
That's almost impressively unhelpful.
Right. It's the definition of sitting on the fence.
They did all the legwork, gathered the technical facts that should point one way to the other,
Uh,
and then just presented the ambiguity back to the viewer. Here's the data. It looks okay, but we won't call it.
so for you listening, what does this actually tell us? It seems like just checking the technical boxes isn't enough, is it?
Not even close. Those 40 elements, the server speed, the trust score,
Mm-hmm.
it's only part of the picture.
And the reviewer kind of admitted it too, didn't they?
They did. Their final piece of advice, the sort of disclaimer at the end,
Yeah.
was that you, the viewer, need to make a right conclusion on the basis of mind research.
Mind research. Okay, so basically figure it out yourself.
Pretty much. They knew their technical check, their 40 points, were missing something vital. That human element, maybe.
It really underlines that you just can't skip your own critical thinking, even when someone claims expertise.
Exactly. If a detailed review checks all these technical points, but still pulls back from a verdict.
It's a huge red flag, isn't it? Probably means they couldn't verify the actual, product experience. Did anyone actually get the thing? Did it work?
Precisely. That server data doesn't tell you if the package ever arrives, or if the Sleep Max is just a cheap pillow. Your own diligence, your mind research, is key.
No metric about site popularity can replace hearing from, like, a real person who actually bought it.
Couldn't agree more.
So that leads us to our final thought for you to chew on. If a reviewer looks at 40 technical things, finds a good score, smooth servers, but still won't say, yes, it's legit, what's that one crucial element they must be missing? The thing that needs your mind research to uncover? Think beyond the code.
Think about the actual proof, evidence that someone, somewhere, actually got what they paid for and was happy with it. That seems to be the gap.
That's definitely something to consider. And that's all for this deep dive.